this particular moment in a second. The one you are seeing right now, we'll talk about this in a second. As you can clearly see, Meghan Markle is getting completely ignored. But I want to actually give you some idea as to what is happening at the moment in Paris with Meghan Markle. Take a listen.
Paris Fashion Week, making her first Fashion Week appearance in over a decade. The Balenciaga show was clearly meant to be her grand re-entry into the high fashion circle. But instead, it turned into the most glorious exercise in social invisibility we've seen in ages.
Okay, so first of all, the dress choice was so horrible. A lot of people, they commented and they basically said she's just wearing a shower curtain. It looks like to me a potato sack. But anyways, this is horrible dress choice. She was expecting this to really go viral, and that's what she expects every time she appears in public, that those photos, those videos, that appearance will go viral. But unfortunately for Meghan Markle, it backfires all the time. Take a listen.
The guest list was Anne Hathaway, Dame Kristin Scott Thomas, PP Crit, and Baz Luhrmann. But one thing stood out, or rather, one person didn't. Because Meghan, despite her best efforts, was essentially the human version of a buffering screen. Let's talk about the clip that broke the internet.
Okay, so I'm just going to go over this myself because I think you can understand better, and I'm going to be pointing out a few things from that particular moment where Meghan, you can clearly see, was getting ignored. So first of all, she was so livid. I mean, you can take a look at her teeth is clenched, and when someone is doing like that with their teeth, means two things. Number one is, according to body language expert, one is that that person is completely uncomfortable, and the other thing is she is livid, she is furious. Why would Meghan be uncomfortable? Well, it is because it is not her circle. The guests that appeared in that particular show, in that event, they were celebrities, they were A-list actors. Meghan was not. So actually, quite naturally she would not feel comfortable among that circle. Number two is, why would she believe it? Well, it is because she still believes, even though she is nobody in Hollywood, she is nobody in the fashion industry, but she still believes that she is the Duchess of Sussex, and that's how people should regard her, people should respect her. But she wasn't getting none of this. So her becoming livid, furious, is only very, very obvious. Take a look. If I play the video a little bit more here as we roll through it, take a look how I believe it's Anna Heathrow. She is the one, the lady on the I think it's the left side or right side of Meghan Markle. And throughout this, even though we have few seconds from this particular moment, nevertheless, what you notice, and I'm rolling it through in slow motion because I want you to see how Meghan is reacting to her ignoring Meghan, to her disrespecting Duchess of Sussex. How dare you? Meghan Markle cannot. I mean, this is a person who is in complete shock and disbelief. She was like this, and then she turned her face towards this particular lady in shock and disbelief that she was still not looking at her. Are you not seeing the dress I'm wearing, the shower curtain, the potato sack that I'm wearing? How dare you? She was absolutely caught on camera, and she knew it. Meghan, at that moment, she knew that the camera was rolled onto her face. And even though it was a little bit dark, but you can clearly see what could be her facial expression is. And this is her facial expression, and that is she is absolutely furious. She cannot believe that this other lady, she is completely ignoring Meghan Markle and not even looking at her, focused all her concentration to somebody else. How could she do that? So let's roll it a little bit more, okay? And as we are rolling it, I'm rolling it, okay? You can see people are moving, and still that other lady is not looking at Meghan Markle whatsoever, getting completely ignored. I mean, with that kind of dress, with that kind of title, Duchess of Sussex, you don't, for Meghan Markle, it's unacceptable that she will get ignored. But that's exactly what transpired in that moment.
Meghan, gliding in, flashing that well-practiced smile that says, "Remember me? I used to know Harry. She sidles up near Dame Kristin Scott Thomas, perhaps expecting a regal nod, or at least a polite acknowledgement. Instead, she gets nothing. Absolute radio silence. Dame Kristin didn't just ignore her. She transcended ignoring. It was the kind of elite shade that could only be cast by a woman who's had dinner with actual royalty and didn't need to post about it afterward. The look on Meghan's face when she realised she wasn't the main character? Priceless. You could practically see the internal buffering wheels spinning as she recalculated her next move.
Okay, so
Her trademark
let's actually roll it from here, okay? And we can that way dissect some more facial expression and see how we can make out of it. Here, when Meghan was not getting any attention, she was at that point aware that this is not my show. I'm not the main character, and this other lady is not going to pay me any attention. So when that happens, Meghan turns away from her, and if I roll it a little bit more here, you will see that Meghan Markle was looking away. Okay, let's actually make it a little bit faster so it can go in a little bit faster here. Okay, so let's go with this. And here comes Meghan Markle. She's turning away from her after getting ignored brutally. This is probably the most humiliating moment for her during the Paris show. So again, you can see that lady is still not looking at Meghan Markle, and Meghan realized it, and she's like, I'm done with her. She is not royal. She doesn't know any royal courtesy, and therefore she's hopeless. So I'm just gonna turn away from her and pretend or act like I am Princess of Wales, Diana. Take a listen.
to chest gesture made its predictable cameo, that weird little motion that screams, "Oh me! I'm just so humbled to be noticed." Except no one noticed. Dame Kristin stayed laser-focused on the person in front of her, occasionally repositioning herself to avoid Meghan's orbit, like an elegant solar system politely dodging an intrusive asteroid.
So after seeing this clip, if you have still any doubt that Meghan was ignored, you should not, because some people, they say, oh, you're not playing the whole video. How do we know? We haven't seen the whole thing. Now you see. She's moving away from Meghan Markle. Meghan Markle is like very, very awkward. This is a very, very awkward situation, because in a public setting, you hope somebody will come and talk to you. Somebody will even at least ask you how you are doing. But when you cannot anchor yourself to somebody in that gathering, in that kind of gathering, then people will notice, the camera will notice, and you'll just feel the shame.
Even Baz Luhrmann, who gave Meghan a polite kiss earlier, seemed to evaporate into the crowd. Twitter users crowned Dame Kristin the unofficial MVP of Fashion Week. She didn't just snub Meghan, one wrote. She performed a social disappearing act that deserves a BAFTA.
Wow.
Others noted Meghan's infamous need to touch everyone within arm's reach, calling it her version of social Velcro. But the best part? When Meghan tried to pull the classic Markle move, interrupt a conversation, lean in too close, and tap her chest for maximum faux empathy, Dame Kristin simply pivoted away, smooth, silent, surgical. In slow motion, it's even more exquisite. Meghan's face tightens, her jaw does that weird horse clench thing, and Dame Kristin glides right out of frame. The lesson? Money can buy couture, but not class.
Mm-hmm.
And Dame Kristin just gave...
Yeah, so this is nothing new when we talk about Meghan Markle, and attending this kind of event for her is just a disaster.
To wear this kind of clothing. She doesn't have the long, slender or body shape to really pull something like this off. She is there.
So would that be one reason why people will ignore her? Would that be something that people will be like, yeah, you are awkward. You are, what kind of dress you're wearing? It's not a very smart choice. I mean, some people, they can ignore you based on just how your dress is, I guess.
to support designer Pier Paolo, wearing an oversized white cape and button-down shirt and wide-leg trousers by the designer. Some were saying that it looks like bed sheets at her, and it does. It just doesn't compliment her at all.
It doesn't. Anything that she wears, it doesn't compliment her at all. She still believes, though, that she's that little child, teenager. That's how she dresses sometimes. Sometimes she will be overdressing. Sometimes, she's always like that. It's not sometimes, it's always. Very, very awkward. But guys, let me know what you think about this in the comment section. See you in the next video.